What is up, guys? Welcome back. We're going to check out some more early Band-Maid. The album Made in Japan. It was released in 2014. I'm pretty sure it was their first album. It was like a mini debut album or something like that. So we've listened to like the first half of the album. So we've listened to 4 songs so far. This will be the 5th one. And so far, it's like they're very like punk rock pop, I guess, is a good way I would describe some of the early stuff. And also you can kind of hear a little bit of metal starting to kind of creep in. Very small segments of like intense guitar shredding and awesome solos. And a little bit of like darkness in some of their riffs. But yeah, it seems like based on what I've heard, they haven't really completely settled on a genre. Like it's very pop punk still. So, but yeah, we're going to try to go down the entire Band-Maid catalog, starting with their old album, go down all those songs, and go to the next album. We're going to try to do that because we might end up listening to some of their newer stuff before we've gotten to everything else, just because I don't want it to take so long to get to the newer stuff. And I know they have a lot of albums to get through, so we may do some skipping around, but we're going to eventually get through it all. I'm not sure exactly what format I'm going to do with this because there are a lot of songs, and if I do one a day, it'll probably still be like, a couple months before I can get around to their new stuff. So I don't really want to wait that long to listen to their newer stuff, so we probably will do some jumping around, but nonetheless, we're still going to get through all their songs eventually. It just might not be in exactly that same order. We'll at least do album at a time. So that's the main thing I want to kind of update you guys on is it might not all be exactly in order just because if I do that, it'll be a while before I can get to their newer stuff, and I really don't want to wait that long to get to it. So we're going to check out every song one way or another. But yeah, let's check this one out. It's called Knockin' on Your Heart. Band-Maid, made in Japan. Let's go.
最近いつもの仲間内であいつにだけなんだか意識してる願うだけでパクパク平常心装っても引きつってるフェイスそうないずっとルブってる気持ちと友達のように弾け飛ぶものもしかしてあいつが運命の人なんてどんなに否定したって時計の針はもう左には巻き戻せない愛かよいつかこの輪を二人抜け出してなんでも今更可愛く言えやしないし帰り道いつも同じ方向のゆえにこの決めつい沈黙を好きで埋められたらもしこれが夢の
Yeah, I'm still getting very strong Avril Lavigne vibes, which is a good thing. Yeah, man, it's such a like time machine, this album. It's really just reminding me of like going outside after school and skateboarding all day and, just like being younger essentially. Yeah, this is definitely the type of music I listened to for sure growing up. It's not modern day Band-Maid, but it's still good music, It doesn't have to be metal to be good. Yeah, everything has its place, whether it's pop punk or indie or whatever, or metal or, whatever it is, it's got its place. And I really enjoy this stuff. I really enjoy metal. I know some people probably don't like this because they're used to them sounding a certain way, or a lot of times, whatever the first song you hear by a band is kind of how, whatever your frame of reference is for that band is what you compare everything against. So if it's like, if you were to listen, if this was like your first taste of Band-Maid and then you heard their newer stuff, you might not like it because that's not how you see Band-Maid. Same thing, if you're used to like the more metal sound, you probably don't like this bubbly poppy stuff because this isn't what Band-Maid sounds like to you. But I recently discovered through your guys' comments that this is in fact Saiki and this is in fact Kanami. It's just, I guess they were, a little bit baby-faced. Saiki didn't have her blue makeup on. And Kanami, it's kind of a pixely picture, to be fair, but yeah, I couldn't tell at first, but now, I can totally see it now. Okay, same 5 ladies, we're good, let's go.
もしこれが夢の中なら早く今すぐに覚めてもしこれが夢じゃないなら震える唇を解いて進展しないまま手前でいちいち期待しても虚しくなる思い切って続けたメール好きな人今いないの送信
Almost like a Blink 182 sound right here.
友達の LINE ちぎってしまっても後悔したくない弱音で固められた恋のドアを叩いて会いたいよいつかこの
Yeah, this is good, man.
電波に頼らずちゃんと恋にするから鈍感で子供みたいな性格だけどどうかごまかさずに私の気持ち受け取ってよもし夢が夢のままなら変わらない朝が来るわもし夢が夢が叶うなら壊せない世界作って
I realized that this earlier sound, it's not nearly as difficult to play. It's not as challenging. It's a lot, the compositions are more simple. And a lot of people don't like that. I guess they think, the more complex, the harder it is to play, the better. And the better musicians they might be for sure. But to say that because something is more complex means it's a better sound, I don't agree with that. But in the newest interview I saw, they mentioned how they were really, during COVID, they weren't able to play in front of a lot of people, so they were just kind of honing their craft and getting better and better. And I remember Kanami was mentioning that she was going to do some sweeps and stuff, which is like really taking it to the next level. I don't really know much about guitars, but I know what that is, and I know it's not easy. I really do enjoy like poppy music, and so that's kind of how I would categorize this, as being more pop punk, a little bit of rock elements thrown in there. So it's still really good, but yeah.
もしこれが夢の中なら早く今すぐに覚めてもしこれが夢じゃないなら震える唇を解いてもし夢が夢のままなら変わらない朝が来るわもし夢が夢が叶うなら壊せない世界作って友達の LINE ちぎってしまっても後悔したくない弱音で固められた恋のドアを恋のドアを恋のドアを叩いて会いたいよいつかこの輪を二人抜け出して電波に頼らずちゃんと恋にするから鈍感で子供みたいな性格だけどどうかごまかさずに私の気持ち受け取ってよもし夢が夢のままなら変わらない朝が来るわもし夢が夢が叶うなら壊せない世界作って
Oh yeah, that was really good. Yeah, that was Band-Maid, Knockin' on Your Heart. Yeah. They were knocking on my heart, that's for sure. No, but honestly, this song is probably my favorite out of this album so far. I really like the chorus in this song. It was kind of a very positive energy output, very happy sounding song. Yeah, and once again, I'm probably going to be a broken record on this album, but partially why I love it is because it just really brings me back to my childhood of skateboarding outside, going to skating rinks, having fun, being a kid, that kind of thing. It just definitely, that sound really brings me back. So maybe I'm a little biased, but hey, I'm here to give you my perspective, right? I'm not here to give you some like scientific analysis, but yep. So stay tuned for more. This, I believe, is the 5th song in the album. So we're going to try to go down every song in this album, kind of track their evolution a little bit. Like I said, we might skip around. Once we finish this album, we might check out their newer album, get a really stark contrast there. But yeah, this was Band-Maid, Knockin' on Your Heart from the album Made in Japan, 2014 release date. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more. Look in the description for some more Band-Maid reactions, and yeah, leave some suggestions. Thank you for watching. Bye.